powerful. He's so vicious. Like his one-punch power at 135 is like nobody else's in the division. Like the way he starches people is crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets so much torque and power into his punches, and he's so fast that he covers ground and his uppercuts, they're just devastating.
Yeah, for sure. I think I can stop him. I'm much quicker than him. He's much stronger, much bigger, but we just gotta wait and see until we get in there and touch the waters.
The upcoming Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis fight has become one of the most controversial matchups in boxing, not because of who might win, but because of what it represents for the sport. It's an exhibition that feels more like a social media event than a genuine athletic contest, and almost everyone in the boxing community, from Joe Rogan to Dana White to Teddy Atlas, has had something to say about it. The matchup is so lopsided in size, weight, and purpose that it has sparked serious debate about whether boxing has lost its competitive integrity in exchange for spectacle and money.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy is so unusual. His style's so unusual, and his patience.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician, Mexican style, and the fight was very close before Tank stopped him. But he has that power that can end it.
He finds these openings and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient. Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he probably has the lowest punch count in the early round. But he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence.
When Gervonta Davis walked into the press event ahead of the fight, Joe Rogan's immediate reaction said it all. He was visibly surprised by how bulky and muscular Davis looked, describing him as densely built and noting that he carried far more definition than usual. Rogan has seen elite athletes at their physical peak, so when even he's taken aback, it speaks volumes. He called Davis an unusual fighter with a unique, patient style and praised his ability to stay composed in early rounds, waiting for the perfect moment to deliver a knockout blow. Jake Paul, on the other hand, continues to divide fans and critics. Rogan was clear in saying that Paul knows exactly what he's doing. He's not chasing championships, he's chasing headlines. Rogan explained that Paul's fights are set up to attract casual viewers and draw curiosity through unusual matchups. He compared Paul's boxing career to a marketing campaign, noting that his use of betting angles and online hype keeps him relevant regardless of how legitimate the fights are. Rogan called this kind of fight unusual territory for boxing, warning that the sport risks becoming more about viral moments than merit.
That was Jake Paul promoting it. You know, it's just like, doesn't bother me.
There's compromising the sport, and that's like bad. It's just like
if I bet on it, it
watching
bothers the
it
fuck out of me.
Watching it with people who are so in on it, and then also like. Man, the sports betting apps, they introduced like chat apps in them in Australia, so it's like they're trying to take the place of social media companies where you go together and you meet your friends. Like betting should be exciting enough without having a weird.
They're just trying to draw you in.
Thing.
They're just trying to make money, right? So they're trying to draw you in any way they can.
One of the biggest controversies is the weight. Gervonta Davis normally fights at 135 pounds, while Jake Paul has been around 195 pounds, nearly a 60-pound difference. For this exhibition, the agreed catch weight is an astonishing 195. Confirmed after confusion and debate online. Teddy Atlas reacted to this by saying the size difference was jaw-dropping, and even joked that Davis would need a ladder to reach Jake Paul's chin. He admitted smaller fighters can sometimes beat bigger ones, referencing Terrence Crawford moving up to fight Canelo Alvarez, but he pointed out that Crawford was never that small to begin with.
So much about him fight somebody your size. His next opponent is by far the most credentialed guy ever fought actively in his prime. There's one problem. Fights at 135 pounds. He fights at 135 pounds.
Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's longtime trainer, openly voiced his frustration with the glove rule. He said Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves, and that moving to 12-ounce gloves changes how his punches feel and how his defense works. Ford called 12-ounce gloves training gloves, not competition gear, and said the difference in glove size is like taking away 4 ounces of danger from Tank. He argued that if Paul is fighting in 10-ounce gloves, Davis should at least get the same. Put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s, Ford said.
Only concern is, you know, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s, so he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be an expedition. Why, you know, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these prescriptions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tank don't really care, you know? So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So, again, you know, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s. Then we got
Dana White echoed those concerns, slamming Jake Paul for cherry-picking opponents and saying the size difference is called being a bully. White pointed out that when Paul weighed in for his fight with Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds, nearly 100 pounds heavier than Gervonta Davis's natural weight. White compared Tank to Floyd Mayweather in terms of power, saying he hits harder than Floyd, but added that Paul's size advantage could smother that power completely. Dana's message was blunt: you guys need to fight people your own size.
They should also have like the size of the ring, the size of the glove, all that stuff. Particulars should be in the contract, but I would probably look for one thing that is not the common thing to have in a contract if I'm Tank. A ladder. A ladder. Can I get a ladder? Somebody? You know what I mean? Hey, look, if he hits him on the chin the way he can punch, Jake might be doing a dance. You know what I mean? Not voluntarily either. But we'll get into that more later. The thing that I'm talking about right here is what you said. It was stark. The size difference was really, you couldn't ignore it. We understand the talent difference, the experience difference. We understand all of that. But the size, the pure, and we understand small guys can beat big guys. We just saw Crawford do it to Canelo, but you know, a little different. The size difference was, I mean, it was eye-catching, jaw-dropping, and it made me think. And I'm gonna ask Richie, our man here who's doing all the taping, who does such a marvelous job. I'm gonna ask him because I know he's an expert in this area. But it reminded me of one of the Rocky movies where they had the face, where they did the wrestling thing with Rocky and Hulk Hogan, AKA Thunder Lips. He was Thunder Lips back there. And I thought I had it right, and it was confirmed to me. It's Rocky.
Michael Jai White, actor and martial artist, also weighed in, saying Jake Paul will never be a legitimate boxing champion. He drew a clear line between exhibitions and sanctioned championship fights, saying that Paul's path is about entertainment, not athletic mastery. Still, White admitted he respects Paul's hustle, saying he's doing exactly what he should be doing, and added that it would be astonishing if Paul ever beat a top 10 cruiserweight.
Hey, Jake Paul could win a legitimate boxing title.
No, no, because he's so far behind someone of his equal age who's been doing it for a very long time. He started very late. That's why I applaud exactly what he's doing. I think he should be doing exactly what he's doing. If he fought a legitimate, top 10 cruiserweight, I will shut the up. If he's able to fight an actual contender of the top 10, that would be astonishing if he can get to that point. If he beat anybody in the top 10, that would be, to me, the greatest thing he's ever accomplished.
Yeah, because historically he's fought old men.
I think he's done it the right way, because there's a possibility where a 50-year-old Anderson Silva might be able to beat him. Who thought he was going to beat Tyson? I really thought, oh, Tyson's just going to go to the body and just punish his body, because I thought that that's what would win him thing, but he did not do that. I think it makes for a good matchup. He's made for great spectacle.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis's mindset heading into this fight seems far different from the hungry, legacy-driven fighter fans fell in love with. Reports suggest that Tank is planning to retire after this match, citing frustration with the sport's politics and a desire to secure financial stability. His trainer confirmed that Tank chose Jake Paul over a competitive rematch because of the payday, rumored to be around $40 million. Davis has repeatedly called boxing dead and disloyal, showing that his motivation isn't legacy anymore, it's escape.
Look at how Tank started acting after he made 40 million with Ryan. When he make another 40 plus million with Jake,
he's gonna go make 40 million fighting Jake Paul, and then he's gonna come back and fight Lamont Rowe for what? He's gonna come back and fight Shakur Stevenson for what? He's not gonna fight none of those guys.
No, the only way he fight any of them guys, Turkey gonna have to hit him with the Crawford money. Cause that's the thing. You do this for a reason, bro. Like, I get it. You want him to be competitive, but his goal is money. He made 40 with Ryan plus everything in between. Now he get this 40, 50 million plus. He don't even gotta fight no more. So now if you want him to fight Shakur, give me that Canelo.
Shakur Stevenson, who has been chasing a fight with Davis for years, called him out publicly. After Tank dismissed the idea of facing him, Stevenson replied, "That's how I know you soft. I can't even go back and forth with you soft ass." He mocked Davis for talking tough online but avoiding the ring, writing, "Blessings upon you, clown ass dude. Want to be Kevin Gates?" The exchange went viral, fueling the idea that Tank is ducking real competition. Analysts pointed out that if Davis isn't willing to fight Shakur, none of his talk means anything anymore.
Fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than the Road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person is supposed to fight. Like, y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like, y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like, why, when it come to that?
When asked about the criticism, Davis didn't hold back. "Why should I care what they think?" he said, accusing fans of constantly switching sides after a single bad performance. He told critics to sit back and be fans instead of dissecting fighters' personal lives. His tone made it clear he's tired of public scrutiny and no longer motivated to please anyone but himself. For some, that confidence is admirable.
He's one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he's very explosive. He's very explosive, and man, he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people. Yeah. And he has so much confidence in his power. So much confidence in his power.
You know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with Tank, you know, these fighters. You got to be aware 15 rounds. I know you're going 12, but you got to think you're going 3 more, because one slip, one mistake, and it's over.
Yeah.
You know, so hats off to Tank. You know, he's a great, talented fighter. But again, he haven't faced the top elite fighters in his division.
Right.
You know, so we want to see Tank against, you know, somebody his size, you know, at the elite level.
Yeah.
And I believe he'll do good because, you know, he got the skills, the power, he got the ring IQ to do good, but we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, he's also wild. He's a wild fella, so he's fun to watch. You know, he's just a crazy dude. You know?
Yeah, coming from Baltimore, man, I think that's just his upbringing as well.
Yes, for sure. He's just so unique in his approach. Like, you know, he doesn't fight like anyone.
For others, it confirms that he's no longer focused on greatness. Joe Rogan, despite his respect for Davis, seems to share the disappointment. He's always admired Tank's explosiveness, precision, and confidence. After the Rolando Romero fight, Rogan praised him for emerging as a superstar with highlight-worthy knockouts. After Davis stopped Ryan Garcia, Rogan defended him against critics who said Garcia quit, reminding fans that a liver shot can paralyze your body. He explained that even greats like Oscar De La Hoya have gone down from the same kind of punch.
That Ryan Garcia one, where Gervonta Davis caught him with that left hook to the body. People were saying that he quit.
No.
He never been hit in the liver. Oscar De La Hoya quit the same way with Bernard Hopkins.
With the same thing.
Same body shot.
Same
left
body shot. And he tried to come, and he tried to take a step out that corner and not the front of his foot even moved. He just went down. He's like, man, this is it.
And if you get kicked to the body.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. A kick to the body is so goddamn devastating, especially a spinning back kick. You could literally pick someone up in the air. It's like they got hit by a car.
Any kick to that.
It's really something to see a kid who has nothing, born into extreme poverty, become a world champion. Like Gervonta Davis.
Yeah.
It's an inspiring story.
It is, and it's great for everyone because it gives you fuel. Like for a person who's coming up in life, even if you're not a fighter, you see what someone's gone through and you see the success that hard work has created.
Right.
And it can be a roadmap for your own life.